So as I mentioned and promised, we would take a look at this in relation to how it fits into the picture of a building architecture, because we can physically see this. And so sometimes when we get to the level of enterprise, it's so abstract conceptually as well as large, it's difficult to conceptualize what's going on and understand that. So let's look first at the need for architecture. Why do buildings have a need for an architect? I was just watching, I believe it was SCI, Science Channel, the other day, and I believe the largest structure in the world from a standpoint of building is being constructed over in I have it on Taiwan, I believe. And the architect was talking about just the way in which this thing was designed, and the architectural feat that it's taken to construct it. Let's look at what happens when you don't have an architecture. And let's parallel this with how our current modern day computer systems have evolved into the organization and how we do and handle managing, how well we do at managing these new systems, as well as infusion of new technologies versus managing of the legacy systems. So 38 years of construction, 147 buildings, and 0 architects. So even though we say it's 0 architects, this is Winchester Mystery Mansion. Had an opportunity to go out there and tour this mansion. It's rather fascinating. It's located in California. If you have a chance, it's worth a few dollars to have a guided tour and just to see what was built. So just a little history. The Winchester is from the family is the rifle, Winchester rifle, and the widow, after the inventor of the Winchester passed away, the widow actually began to seek some advice from basically spiritist type individuals that she met in New York, and they gave her this their view that these ghosts that are haunting her are from people that died from the Winchester rifle. And so they directed her that if she wants to keep them at bay and away from her, that she needs to go back to her mansion and continue building it for 24 hours a day, nonstop, and just keep construction going. So she took their advice, and of course this was around turn of century. So she basically had construction managers that she would give them each day, and all the staff was paid daily as well. And if she didn't like what they did or had a reason, she wouldn't hire them back the next day. But she would tell them, the construction manager, here's what I want you to do today, and they would do it. He wasn't asked for advice architecturally or something to do or not to do. So 160 rooms were put in this, 40 bedrooms, 6 kitchens, 2 basements, 950 doors, 65 doors to blank walls. So the construction manager was just to manage the individual craftsmen that were involved in putting this together. So that they asked to be put a door against a wall. They put the door and it opened, and there was a wall behind it. Maybe 13 staircases that just abandoned. So they started to go up, and then that's it. There was just a ceiling, and they stopped. 24 skylights in the floors. Now the skylights actually had some functionality beyond the fact that they didn't necessarily receive light from the outside. She, as I mentioned, liked to hire and fire daily, and so she would actually keep eyes. So she's on the 3rd floor or 4th floor looking down in through some of these skylights to the people working. And if she felt they weren't working effectively, then they wouldn't get brought back.